What's up guys, JayzTwoCents here, and I just want to have a chat with you here. No bullet points, no script, no nothing, just me talking. So forgive me if this gets a bit fragmented and tends to kind of go all over the place, which I tend to do. I tend to ramble a lot, and it's kind of difficult when I don't have some thing in front of me keeping me on track. But that's kind of the point of today's video. I want to talk about how the last year being self-employed in this YouTube space has actually been, how it's treated me, some of the plans moving forward, and basically just have a chat with you guys. It's been a long time since we've done a video like this, and I think it's time. I think it's time we have to talk. So some of you may know this story already, some of you may not, so I'll keep it really short. But in August 26, 2012, I started my YouTube channel on a dare because a friend of mine, Josh, AKA Holiday Doc in the MLG Call of Duty codcasting scene, stumbled across one of my live streams I was doing to show close quarters expansion for Battlefield 3 to Coconut Monkey while he was on a family vacation and couldn't be home to play it. I had one viewer, it was Coconut Monkey, technically two. I was watching, so it said two. But anyway, Josh happened to stumble into one of my streams and thought I was hilarious and entertaining, and he said I should start a YouTube channel. And I was like, dude, that's stupid. Who the hell would watch a YouTube channel about computer stuff? I mean, I know there's that Linus guy out there, but I know he clearly botted all of his subs. But after spending a couple months convincing me, I finally decided to go ahead and do it. Basically, like I said, on a dare. Fast forward now 3.5 years later, it's my job. So obviously when I started my channel on August 26th and then fast forward to April 2015 when I actually left my job, in between there I was constantly asked by followers and fans of the channel if I would ever quit my job for YouTube. And something I said over and over and over again was, I would never quit my job for YouTube. That's stupid. People who do that are stupid. Why on earth would you put your financial security in the hands of someone else? And one other thing I did say though was I would let my wife quit her job long before I would ever quit mine. And that's kind of the way it went. The channel ended up far exceeding what the wife was bringing in full time with her job. And I told her when you have our second child, which she was pregnant with, I said, don't go back to work. We're making more than enough money on the channel to make up for your income and a lot extra and taxes. So stay home, be a stay-at-home mom. And that was like the highlight of my channel. That's still, I think, the pinnacle achievement in all of this is not being able to be home, home working on my own channel as an income. It's allowing her to be home with our kids, which is something we always wanted, but she was a working mom for little Jay. And I told her, I said, I really want you home for mini Jay. And that's exactly what we achieved. And that is still going to be my crowning achievement in all of this, is her dream of being a stay-at-home mom is actually come true. And that's again because of the support of you guys on this channel. But then I really started thinking, is this something I could make work? Is this something that I could do and actually make a living at this comfortably and have enough put aside in savings so that if the floor ever dropped out in this whole platform, that we're not out on the street? And then I started seeing people around me get laid off. Jerry got laid off. And people who worked for companies that seemed very, very stable were losing their jobs. And I got to thinking, working for someone else is not financial security. Working for someone else does not mean at the end of the day you have a guaranteed income. It doesn't matter if you're working for the government. It doesn't matter if you're working for Microsoft, Google, if you're working for a software company like I was, that was a small independent, privately owned company, but still made very good income. It doesn't equal financial security. And a lot of folks told me that I was crazy at the idea of quitting my job. Oh my gosh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about the financial security? Working for that guy over there is not security. Working for that guy over there is a liability. If he ever needs to save money, I become an expense that can easily be cut. So I started thinking, if I don't try this, if I don't take a chance, and I never know what could have been, to me inside, that would have ripped me apart over the years because I'm a risk taker. And it's something that would have just eaten me and eaten me and eaten me. And I couldn't live with that. So finally, during the night, I spent a lot of nights not able to sleep. And the wife would get up at 3, 4 in the morning. And I would just be awake, just laying there awake. My brain would not shut down. I could not stop thinking about what could be. So I got up in the morning and I wrote my resignation letter. This was like February or something of last year. And I showed it to a friend of mine who I trust very much. And he said, you know what? He said, good, right? He said, right, you wrote the letter. And this was his advice, by the way. He says, write a resignation letter, but then set it aside. Don't turn it in. Anytime you're feeling those feelings late at night, during the day, whatever, and you just can't stop thinking about the idea of working for yourself, take out your resignation letter and read it again on a different day, different emotions, and see if you still feel the same. And every time I took that letter out and I read it, I felt exactly the same as I did the months prior. So one day, I turned it in, and the rest is history. So I gave my 2 weeks notice and then became self-employed. And I think one of the things I love most over the last year is the amount of freedom that I have. I can try things and I can take the risk and I can fail and recover. You fail at your job too many times, they're gonna fire you. And that, I'm not gonna fire myself, although I probably should sometimes. But I don't like complacency and I don't like repetition, and that's something I don't have to deal with working for myself. Now my goal moving forward, I definitely don't want to continue to rely on a monetized platform like YouTube. Other folks have diversified on like YouTube and Vessel and some other platforms, but the bottom line is, even though YouTube is only one of like 5 revenue streams that I have, if YouTube ever disappears or goes away and I lose, a huge chunk of my income, then that's still not financial independence. And I want to, in moving forward, and I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet. I really don't know how I'm gonna do this yet. I wanna be completely financially independent from YouTube, and where if they ever screw up over there, which it seems like they're constantly trying to do, then I'm set because I have my own space that's bringing me money. And I'm working towards that. Obviously the advertising that I integrate into these videos and the pre-rolls and stuff has definitely been something that has allowed me a lot more financial freedom and to get away a little bit from worrying about the constant, what if YouTube this and what if YouTube that? And you guys hear about these channels getting these false strikes and they lose weeks of income and they're like, oh my God, now we're going broke, we're gonna go bankrupt. I'm not in that situation because I have a lot of money set aside, thank God, because I built this business up on the side and then slid into this once I was ready. It wasn't something, I didn't just wake up and go, boss, I'm out, and then have to hope it worked because I didn't have enough money to get to the end of the month. Yeah, that's not the way it worked out at all. But I really just wanted to sit down with you guys and tell you that the last year has been absolutely phenomenal, and it keeps me so excited for what's coming in the future. And for the first time ever, I think that the concept of this channel being able to reach 1 million subscribers might be possible. And that I didn't think 100,000 was possible. If you've been around long enough, you remember me saying, this channel will never hit 100,000. It is so amateur hour, it's not even funny. Well, now we're about to hit 600,000 subscribers, which is why it's like I'm over the hump of being halfway there. It might be possible. And it's just blowing my mind. I mean, seriously. But you guys give me so much support that you don't even realize. I mean, if you know me personally, you know I don't have many friends. And I think that might be true for a lot of YouTubers, which is why we talk to cameras so well, I guess, is I have like 3 friends. That's it. And I've always been that way. I've always been a bit introverted. I don't like going to parties. I don't like going to like CES. I don't like going to the after parties. I don't like mingling. I'm an introvert. It's the way I've always been my entire life. If you watch my Draw My Life, you already know my story. And I've just have never been very outgoing. And YouTube has really cracked that shell. That shell's still there, but it's really cracked it and it's falling off. And I'm starting to feel a lot more comfortable when I go to these events and things. And one of the things that I really wanted to be able to do when I went self-employed was be able to go to events. I was being invited to things that would seem so cool, but I couldn't go because I had work. And a lot of these events came up last minute, like within the several weeks before the event, like, hey, here's your invite, come visit us. It's like, I only get so much vacation time a year and I've got to give well advanced notice from my boss, so sorry, can't go. But that's not the case anymore, and that's really exciting. In fact, I'm getting ready to get on a plane next week to go to an undisclosed event that I can't tell you guys about, but I'm really looking forward to this event and I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. Your guys' support has really changed my life more than you will ever know. And being able to say it and say, you guys have changed my life. Everyone says that. All YouTubers that are making their living on YouTube are saying that. You guys have changed my life. You can't possibly know. But the best we can do is just try and tell you that things for us, at least myself here, have been better than they've ever been. And I have you guys to thank for that. So with your continued support, I'm gonna do everything I can to make this channel entertaining, fair, honest, and everything that you guys expect from me, I want to deliver. Because obviously as a content creator, I expect certain things from you. I expect you guys to be, fair and cordial in your comments, which is, for the most part, trolls are never gonna go away. But I have a commitment to you guys to bring you the best content that I possibly can that's entertaining and without sacrificing integrity, because integrity to me is everything. But just a couple of things I really want to say that I'm grateful for. I know it sounds like Thanksgiving in April, but that the last year has allowed us is an amazing family dynamic. I'm always home with the family now instead of being gone all day, coming home at 5 p.m., spending maybe an hour with the kids and then working until 2, 3 in the morning and doing that over and over. That's why my eyes were always so bloodshot and jacked up, because I never got sleep. But I get to spend so much more time with my kids than I ever did. We've really been able to improve the home situation. I now have a dedicated recording and office space upstairs and a dedicated recording and build space in one of the garages. This is a split car garage here. And now I have a workshop where I can get things done simultaneously. I can do business upstairs and not have to work where I record, and it's so freaking amazing. It's something I've never been able to experience before, and that has just upped my morale so much. For the most part, I think what I'm most grateful for, quite honestly, is your guys' continued support, because without an audience watching, these videos are nothing. They are just, it's just data on the server that's just sitting there not being called by anybody to view. But because you guys are watching, it gives me the freedom to continue being creative and moving forward and being independent. And for that, I just want to say thanks more than you'll ever know. So anyway, that's it. Time to get out of here. I want you guys to do me a favor. Hit me up on Twitter or comment down below, or Facebook if you guys are following on Facebook. This is not one of those like, you know, hey, come and follow me because I want to bloat my ego. No, I like having a lot of followers. It's fun. But I want to know over the last year, or even just as long as my channel's been around, what's been your favorite Jayz2Cents moment? Because I've got way too many to list. That's why I've never done those year-end videos like, you know, Jay's 2015 best of. I can't pick my favorite moments because there's so many. So I kind of want you guys to tell me, as long as I've been doing this YouTube channel, what's your favorite moment? Tell me what it was and why, and heck, even link it so others can see it if it's a video or something like that. Anyway, time to go, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.